This is Abhilash here. Now today I will be doing a short video and it might sound a little stupid, but this video is going to be about how to ride a bike, and this is basically for the beginners and not for the expert guys, so you can move on to the next video. But I know that there are so many people who are interested in learning how to ride a bike, so I thought I'll do the basic lessons of how to ride the bike. Now to start with, you might not see me wearing a helmet on this video, but make sure that all you guys do wear a helmet when you go on a bike or a motorcycle. I'm not wearing a helmet for only the reason that this is going to be a very short video and I can explain it to you guys in a much more clear way you can see me properly, and that is the only reason I'm not wearing a helmet. So let's start with the lesson number 1, wear a helmet. And the lesson number 2, let me tell you about the functions of a motorcycle. So let me teach you the basics. Normally every bike does not have this kill switch. So this is your switch on, switch off button. So this is the kill switch for most of the bikes. Some bikes does not have this. And then this side is going to be a kickstart. So most of the bikes comes with a kickstart. This bike doesn't have a kickstart. You'll have a kicker over here. This is where you put your key here, and in order to switch on the bikes. Now this is the speedometer, so you can look at whatever speed that you're running in, plus it's got an odometer. It'll tell you the kilometers, how many kilometers you've run. And then this is going to be your accelerator. This is your accelerator. The more accelerator you give, the faster the bike goes. And this would be your front brake. This lever, for all the bikes, this is how it is. This lever is going to be your front brake. And then coming to your right hand side, to your left hand side, this is going to be your clutch. So the clutch helps you in shifting and downshifting your gears. So anything you want to do with your gears, you have to always hold your clutch. Hold your clutch completely. This does not rotate because it's just the handle. So, and then your gear falls on this side. There you go. That is your gear pedal. This is for your for downshifting, and this is for your upshifting. So this is how the bike works. And then you have your switches over here. This is for your headlight, and this is your start switch. And then on this side, this is your indicators, and this is your dim light and your bright light. This is your horn, and this is your pass light. So when you want to overtake or something, you can use these pass lights. And this is going to be your petrol tank. You can fill your fuel, and this is your fuel gauge. Now let's go ahead and start the engine. I'll show you how to start the engine. First, you need to go ahead and put in your key onto your key slot. Some bikes comes over here, and some bikes comes on the top over here. Some of these bikes comes over here. So it depends on what bike you are having. So once you switch on your bike, then you switch off your kill switch. So you can see that meter is switched on. Then you switch on your bike by hitting on this button over here. There you go. And give a little bit of throttle so that it starts up properly, because sometimes if you don't throttle, it might get switched off. So you switch it on. So look at that. Sometimes it might not switch on, sometimes it does switch on. So if you give a little bit of throttle, it will switch on properly. There you go. I'll show you that once again. There you go. So that is switched on. Now your bike is switched on. It's on a neutral gear. So there you go. The neutral gear is basically a gear that lets your bike roll by its own. So it does not fall into any gear. So there's no motion if you're on neutral gear. So always try to keep it in neutral gear when you're not riding. And if at all your bike does not switch on, if your bike is not on a neutral gear, what happens? I'll show you what happens. You kill switch. So now I'm just moving it down to your first gear. So it's on the first gear now. Now if I try to switch on, the bike would not start, because for the reason that it's on the first gear. So at this time, what you will need to do is you will need to hold on the clutch and then switch on the bike. There you go. Only then the bike would switch on. So if at all the bike does not switch on, just understand that your bike is in a gear mode, so you will have to hold on your clutch in order to switch on your bike. Now first of all, I sit on the bike, keep both my legs firmly on the ground so that you have enough balance on your bike. Switch on your bike, put your keys, switch on your bike. The throttle is on. Now what you need to do is hold your clutch tight and then push your gear downwards. So some of these bikes comes with upward shift and some comes with downward shift. In this bike the first gear is to the downwards and the rest of the 4 gears are towards the upwards. So now you hold your clutch properly, firmly, and when you think you are ready to move on with the bike, what you will need to do is put your gear, slowly release your clutch. You can look at my clutch hand here, and then slowly accelerate. There you go, it moves. Let me show it to you again. You hold your clutch tightly and then you relieve it slowly. With the accelerator, it moves. And if at all you think that you're going off control, what you need to do is hold your clutch back and then brake. Hold your front brake or your brake on your legs. Hold it, stop your bike. Whenever you think that you're off control, make sure you hold your clutch tight and then brake and stop. Think and then move. Don't just keep it in a hurry. Don't just roll in a hurry. Don't just roll in a hurry. So brake, stop, decide what you need to do and then roll. So there you go. So your clutch, relieve it, slowly go down, then slowly leave your clutch and then give a little bit of accelerator, so your vehicle starts moving. You hold your clutch. If you want to stop, hold your clutch and then apply brake. So there you go, leave the clutch, move forward. I need to talk to you guys about the gear. When do you have to shift the gear or when do you have to downshift the gear? There are so many people who's got a lot of confusions when to change, especially the newcomers. See, the gear basically works on the speed. So if you're over the speed of a particular gear needs to have a certain speed or certain rev that your vehicle has to have. So if you're crossing that, then you have to upshift your gear. And if you're running slow on the speed for that particular gear, that is when you downshift your gear. Once you start riding, then you will get to know, you'll slowly get to understand the speed ratios. But basically for the beginners, what I recommend is the easiest way to learn. This is how even I learned. So when you actually ride on below 10 kilometers, it's 10 kilometers per hour, it's better you ride on a first gear. And every time you start your vehicle, when your vehicle is in standstill position, you move, you have to always use the first gear. And once the first gear, your vehicle starts moving, when you reach a kilometer of 7 or 10 kilometers, then you can shift your gear to the second gear and hold your second gear to at least about 30 kilometers per hour, and then you move to your third gear, and then third gear 40 kilometers to your fourth gear, 50 kilometers to your fifth gear. So basically use that ratio and that will help you to understand. You'll start rolling your vehicle, then slowly you will start to understand the difference between the ratio and the speed. Then you will slowly learn it. So use this technique in order to start learning, and then once you learn, then I'm sure that you'll be able to understand the ratio and you can even change the gears before this particular speed. What we'll do is we'll go on a ride. I'll take a small video on while riding, so you can understand when am I changing my gears, and even in a traffic scenario what am I doing. So what we're gonna do is, once we get onto the main road, just make sure that you look in both directions and make sure there's no vehicles coming, and then you put it on your first gear, go straight, and then once it switches to 10 to 15 kilometers speed, then you change your gear to the second gear. So now we're going on the second gear. So and then later on keep moving, and once the speed hits about 40 kilometers, then you switch your gear to the third gear. Say for example in this junction, if there is vehicles coming, just make sure you slow down and then switch your gear down to your second gear when the speed comes down to 20 kilometers and 20 or 30 kilometers, and then afterwards once the speed goes above 40, change it to the third gear. So now we are running on the third. Something I forgot to mention is before you start your bike, you should make sure your mirrors are placed properly so that you can see your rear very clearly, and always stick to your left hand side, always, because beginners, it will be difficult. And then this is the most challenging part, when the beginners get stuck in traffic. So that is why I said in the beginning, always stick to your left hand side, just in case you think that you are not able to move the vehicle, or it's a challenging position. If you're on your left hand side, you can always park your bike and then think about what you need to do right, and then take it forward. In case if you're in middle of the traffic, it will be very difficult, because there will be other travelers who will honk and they'll start irritating you, and you will get more confused. But if you're on your left hand side, you can park your bike, or you can slow down, or you can stop your bike and then take it forward from there. Now this is one of the challenges. This is a very challenging traffic that I have right now. So since I've stick to my left hand side, I can wait, and then I can decide what I need to do, and then take the bike forward. So this is why I said always stick to your left hand side. Do not get confused. Take your own time, think about what you need to do, and then go forward. Don't panic. Alright, so now we are back home. So before you switch off your bike, make sure that you switch off your headlights first, your indicators, and then switch off your engine, and then take out your key. Make sure you lock your handle so that nobody steals your bike. So that is this extra protection that your bike has. So this is all about the ride. So now that we are back home, I hope you guys, this would be a useful video for the newcomers, for the new bikers. Enjoy your biking and make sure that you do a safe biking, and don't rush in the beginning. Understand your capabilities, your vehicle capabilities, and then slowly, once you get hold of your bike and your throttle, then you can start doing the experiments. Well, thank you so much guys, and thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, leave comments and your questions. I will respond to all your questions. I'll see you soon with another video. Thank you.